Okay, when I saw that they said we can't use a calculator on this one, I thought to myself, goodness, what am I going to do? Because this is a hard one. Um, but I decided to start out by rationalizing all the denominators because it's easier to compare. So the first one is going to be 3 times the square root of 5 over 5. I just rationalized this one in my head. In other words, I just took this one, square root of 5 times square root of 5, right? So you can see that one. Okay, then the next one, I'll change the color over here for this one. This next one is 3 times the square root of 5 over 2 times the square root of 2. So to rationalize this one, I just took square root of 2, square root of 2. That gave me 3 times the square root of 10 over 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. Okay? So let me write that one here. 3 times the square root of 10 over 4. That comes from this one right here. And the last one we have is 6. Let me make this one 6 over the square root of 10. Rationalize this. That gives me 6 times the square root of 10 over 10. Well, then this one can cancel. We go 3, and we got a 5 here. So that gives us 3 times the square root of 10 over 5. That's for this one right here. So we've got some things going on here. Do you see that here we have denominators of 5 and 5. Here we have the square root of 5. Here we have the square root of 10. So the fact that we've got these two, and by the way, it's least to greatest here. So the fact that we have these two, I can see that this one is going to be, because square root of 5 is going to be smaller than square root of 10, this one's going to be smaller. I'm just going to say smaller, bigger here, okay? So then we just have to figure out where this one goes, and if you can compare these two, do you recognize that if we're dividing by a smaller number, that's going to make this one the biggest, because these two have the same numerator, but this one has a smaller denominator, so that means this one's going to have to be the biggest. So we've got 3 times the square root of 5 over 5 as our first one, then 3 times the square root of 10 over 5, and then finally we have 3 times the square root of 10 over 4. So it looks as if rationalizing the denominator is really the only easy way to kind of evaluate these from least to greatest.